Black Women's Equal Pay Day. That means Black women have to work all of 2020 and until today, 214 days in 2021, just to catch up to what white men made last year. Sharon Epperson joins us now with more on what can be done to narrow this huge disparity. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Courtney. Well, Black women face a persistent pay gap, including in jobs that have been essential during the pandemic. Here's the stark data. On average, Black women are currently paid only 63 cents for every dollar paid to a non-Hispanic white man. This amounts to a median wage gap of over $2,000 a month, more than $24,000 a year, and nearly $1 million over the course of a 40-year career for full-time working Black women versus white men. That's according to the National Women's Law Center. Jasmine Tucker is the director of research there.
I've looked at this in a lot of different ways. I've cut it by education. I've cut it by age. I've cut it by job, and it doesn't go away. It gets a little bigger, it gets a little smaller, but the wage gap is there. There's a wage gap in 94% of occupations.
Even in higher paid positions, in the same positions, the disparity persists, including among doctors on the front lines fighting COVID. White male physicians and surgeons make about $63 an hour, while Black women in these positions make less than $47 an hour, according to the Economic Policy Institute. That pay gap can potentially result in millions of dollars of lost wages in a Black female physician's lifetime. Research shows student loan debt and caregiving duties are among the factors that can exacerbate the overall gender and racial wealth gap. But some companies are offering student loan repayment assistance and subsidized childcare, which could narrow the divide. Back to you.
Sharon, very quickly, what other actions could companies take to close this racial pay gap? And then what can Black women do to make sure that they're paid fairly if we don't know what our colleagues make?
Well, that's where we start. Companies need to be more transparent about who is paid what and for what job. Disclose the data. And for anyone who is paid less than their peers in the same job, that includes Black women, some experts say employers should stop basing compensation on salary history. If you get lower pay from one job to another and that follows you to the next job, next employer, it's a vicious cycle of pay discrimination. Back to you.
Sharon, really interesting. Thank you so much.